Hi everybody, it's Brigitte. I'm here to share with you some swap projects that I created for Anna. Hi Diva. Anna is A572 here on YouTube, and I know she's going to watch anyway, even if I secretly made this just the project share video, so I know she doesn't like surprises. So, well, she likes surprises, but she likes to know what she's getting. So I'm going to go ahead and share the projects and the video with you guys anyway. So we were all involved in other swaps and stuff, but since our last swap, Anna said, let's do another quick swap in between everything we're working on. So I said, of course. And we agreed on one of these altered boxes with the glass top and a Prima Doll tag. So I will share with you the tag. I did something a little bit different. I wanted to try something new. So actually, I know like last year sometime there were similar, I want to say tags or like a tag card or something created, and I had remembered that I had already wanted to try that and I never did. So it's new to me. And what I did was I took one of these Prima Doll tags and I traced it on the A4 paper pad from Divine, and that's like my all-time favorite. Tea Time and Divine are like my #1 and #2 all-time favorite / hoarded paper pads. But anyway, and then I laid it side by side with like 1/8 of a gap in between, and I traced it again, and so that when I scored it, it would be like this. So you can see that little gusset there. So then what I did was I just took the paper, cut it out, scored it, and started embellishing. This is a doily that I cut half and I put it here, which you can no longer really see. It's a laser cut cardstock doily from Gina's Designs. So I used both pieces. Super pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then I used Recollections flowers here. This is a Prima flower, this green one that I layered. I took off, it had a pearl center, and I took it off and put this flower on top. And then this, I want to say this is a Petaloo flower, and then these little ones are Petaloo flowers as well. Some pink pearl bling. Then I made a banner here and used another sentiment from Gina's Designs, which I gessoed. And then I painted pink and I put stickles on top of it. So it looks like that. And then I made, I flattened a bottle cap and I made a bottle cap charm. And then on the inside is where I put my Prima Doll. So then I did a whole bunch of paper piecing to pop up. This piece of paper had all of these graphics on it, so I fussy cut out of another piece of paper and just pop dotted it, even the butterfly here. And then this doily is the cutout center of this larger doily here. So I just basically cut the center, because if you can see, it has, you can see where I cut the where I took my scissor and I just cut. So I can use this piece still, but I put the doily down there, which came out super cute, and then I stamped for my friend. That's a new My Favorite Things stamp set. And then she is one of my favorite dolls. I think her name is Kate. And what I did was I paper pieced her with more of the Divine paper. And then I took I used the buff pad for her hair and her body. Then the Divine paper for the bow. So I cut out the bow, the headband, the dress, and the shoes. And I layered those on top. And then I used 2 different color stickles for the sole of her shoe and the shoe itself. And then I used stickles there and for her headband. Super cute. I love her. She's my favorite. Just did a little more fussy cutting there with the doily. This was already on this piece of paper. And more of the flourish that I did the same way from Gina's design that I did here with the gesso, the pink paint, which I think is Ballet Pink by Martha Stewart. And then that's the back. So that's the tag on the inside. And let me show you the box. So what I did with the box was, this is a box I had just in case the opportunity ever came up, and funny enough it did, right? So mine actually has a drawer. And what I did was I took the hardware off. This was just the wooden knob. This was the gold clasp. And I put a Prima resin there. And then this is a little bag of really sweet resin and like porcelain doodads that Maggie gave me. So, hi Maggie. See, I'm using a lot of your gifts. I'm surprised, right? Usually I hoard for a little while, but so I use the rose for the drawer pull, and the drawer is very easy to come out, so I knew that I didn't need anything heavy duty on there, but I did put some, I think I glued it with either E6000 or glossy accents. And this is how I did the closure. There's no, you know, hook or anything, but this pretty much just stays in place. And I used one of the most beautiful paper collections out, which you guys all know, you've seen, the Botanical Tea from Graphic 45. So I lined, I fussy cut, and you know, I mitered all the corners. This is my favorite paper from the line. I was even joking I was joking with Natalie that I could literally wallpaper my craft room, probably my whole house, with this paper, and I would be oh so happy. So anyway, I used a lot of Gina's laser cuts on this box. I used the butterfly from one of the sets. This is another word from the word set, the phrases, and then another butterfly here, and those same flourishes. And she's carrying these bottle caps that are chipboard cutouts, and you can embellish and make your own chipboard bottle caps, which is really cool. They come like this, and they come like this too. So you see, you can layer, and it works perfectly with your 1-inch punches. So I left the bottom of the box the way it is, and what I did on the inside of the drawer to finish it off was, oops, I lined it with a little bit of paper just to make it more finished, and I lined the inside of the box with the paper, and then the bottom of the box is also the same beautiful, oh my god, I love this paper. And then I had just made some bows for her. We are also doing embellishments, so I'll share that in another video. So then what I did around the box was I used more of the flourishes. These are my favorite flourishes. They come with this, the corner pieces, just gorgeous. Then left it plain in the back. Another beautiful flourish. You know, it's really hard to cover this paper. It's so pretty. So what I did was, in the front, I created this flower cluster with this Petaloo spray. It's the Botanica collection in the corals, I think. This is a Recollections flower. And then I filled it in here and there with a couple of the other smaller Botanica collection Petaloo flowers, just to fill it in the spaces. And then they have the pearls, and such a sweet, they come two to a pack, a little pricey, but it's so worth it. So that's the flower cluster. That's the timeless there. Let's see if it'll focus. I just basically glued on top of the pearl bling, and it's definitely not going anywhere. That's stuck there. So the inside of the box is very simple. More of the design paper, and it's just really, I left the gesso the way it was. I coated it a couple of times and I didn't have to paint it, and then we're going to fill it with embellishments. So that's my box. Oh, I love it, and I hope you love it. And then that's the tag. And then I will share some of the embellishments in another video. So I hope you guys have a happy, safe 4th of July. And if you have any questions or you just want to say hi or leave a comment, I welcome all inquiries, questions, comments, hellos. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.